Hi there, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be working on biceps, triceps, and shoulders using our Physio Band. That's the only piece of equipment you'll need is your Physio Band today. These exercises are meant to be done standing or seated, so please pick whichever is best for you. You can always switch it up in between exercises as well. There'll be no modifications really based on whether you're seated or standing, and if there is anything, I'll let you know as we get to it. So before we use our Physio Band, let's just get to a bit of a light warm-up first. You can keep your shoulders set, core muscles are engaged. Let's take a big breath in, reaching for the ceiling, and a breath out to release. Do it again. 3 more. And 1. Good. Pick one side. Give me some shoulder rolls to the back. Getting a little bit bigger as you go. You can add just a little bit of rotation from the hips to this movement. It's just giving a little bit more movement overall. Last one here. Great. And then let's do the same on the other side. Small moves to start. Getting a bit bigger in that circle to the back and maybe adding a little pivot through the hips to reach to that side just a little bit more. Good. Last 2 and 1. Awesome. Whether you're seated or standing, just keeping hips nice and even here as we reach up and over on one side. Maybe your shoulder is a little bit sore today and you're moving cross body at eye level instead. That's a little bit more gentle for the shoulder, or way up and overhead. And maybe you're adding just a little bit of side flex to give a bit more reach and a gentle stretch through your lat muscle as we get moving here. Good, last one. Same thing on the other side. Maybe this side is different and you need to adjust with a lower reach or reaching up and over. Side flex is optional. Good, last 2 and 1. Awesome. Shoulders are set for our bicep curl to tricep press. So let's actually do open palm and we'll bring open palms towards our shoulders and then press for the back as we do our tricep press. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's take that up a little bit higher. Shoulders stay set, elbows come out to the side. We're going to open our palms to press away and then close our palms to bring them in towards our chest. So palms out, palms in. Good. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going back to a single side move to slice one hand up towards the ceiling. So ceiling press, listening to your body on this one. If you have a shoulder that is a little bit hesitant to come up to a full overhead press, we're working with the movement that you have, range of motion through this shoulder. So if it's a smaller move, that's okay. I would rather it be a smaller reach than have your shoulder creep up by your ear at the same time. Last 2 and 1. Let's do the same on the other side. Open palm, slice towards the ceiling. Good. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. And then just give me some wrist circles. We'll go around in a bit of a circle there. Our bands, of course, make us hold on pretty tight. Sometimes we will have some options to wrap the bands, so you don't need to grip it too tightly, but nice to get those wrists warmed up. Let's go to the side as well and do palms in, palms out. So a little sweeping wing flap here. Good. Last one. Awesome. All right, we're gonna start with triceps today, so you can go ahead and grab your band. As I said, if grip strength is an issue for you and you want to wrap the band so that you don't have to hold it so tightly, that's certainly an option. We will be adjusting the band for a couple of different exercises, but this gives us some options for grip. For our first exercise, we'll need a fair amount of band between our two hands because we're going to be moving both of our arms at the same time, and we're doing a tricep extension off to each side. So shoulders are set, band is at about chest level, core muscles are engaged. Again, whether you're seated or standing, this is the same exercise. We're going to press out to the side to extend our arms and then bring it back in. So we're getting ready to do 10 of these. Here we go. 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to pair that with upward press to the ceiling. We're going to do this at a single arm. So one side is band at your chest as your anchor point. The other one is hand getting ready to press to the ceiling. Again, remembering to keep that shoulder low. So if it's not a full extension of your arm, because maybe you get some shoulder pain when you extend beyond a certain point, you're working within your own range of motion. So here we go, pressing up for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's just reset our posture before we switch to that other side. Core muscles engaged, shoulders are back and down. Hand is at your opposite side chest. Elbow is pointed more or less forward. A little off to the side is just fine for this as we press up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Reset. Maybe reset your stance as well. Or if you're seated, you're going to shift back and forth to make sure that both hip bone points are evenly on the chair. We're going to do that same set of exercises a second time. Take a breath. Make sure those shoulders are low. Here we go. Elbows up, both arms extending, pressing out for 10. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Shoulders stay set, core muscles still engaged. I'm going to start on the opposite side this time to what I did last time. We're punching for the ceiling. Here we go for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Ready for the same on the other side. One hand is your anchor point, the other one pushes for the ceiling. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. If you had the band wrapped, you can unwrap the band now. Maybe shake out your hands a little bit. You're welcome to grab a drink of water anytime as well. And we'll get ready for the next set. So that one we did triceps, and then we did front shoulder, our front delt muscles. Great. For the next one, we're going to do bicep and our medial deltoids, the one that's to the side of our shoulder. And we're going to be standing on the band for this one. So again, regardless of whether you are seated or standing for this set of exercises, the band is under one or both feet. If it's long enough to be under both feet, that's a little added assurance that it's not going to pop up and snap you in the face as you're exercising, which is always kind of nice. If you have a lighter band, but you find that it's not challenging enough for your bicep curl, you could double up the band for this one. So what we're going to be doing is a bicep curl here, palm facing to neutral, so palm facing in. If you find that that's just a little bit too easy and you want to make it more difficult, you might try doubling up the band. The only tricky part is once we make it more difficult, especially with the resistance band, we want to make sure that our wrist isn't kind of cranking up to try to get that little extra bit of lift. So to keep the wrist neutral and do a bicep curl here is just something we have to concentrate on a little bit as we're doing it. I'm just going to use one side of my band. Again, you might wrap the band if you find that grip is an issue so that you are more comfortable with this exercise. And we're going to do bicep curl here. So here we go for 10. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to stay on this same side and do actually 2 different shoulder exercises next. So our next shoulder exercise is for that medial deltoid. As I said, shoulder is set, core muscles engaged. The elbow can stay quite soft here, or you can have an extended arm as long as it's not locked out at the elbow. So play around with how much band you need. You might find you need more band between your hand and your foot for this exercise than you did for your bicep curl. So shoulder is set to come out to the side. No more than shoulder level is our stopping point. Here we go for 10. Good. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I said we were going to do a third one. We are, but we're actually trading hands for that one. So it will be the other arm that does the work on this particular exercise. It's going to be an upright row. So we're using those same medial shoulder muscles, but on the other side. We want to keep that shoulder down so that we don't build too much tension in between our ear and our neck with those trapezius muscles. So this will look like elbow leads to pull off to the side and returns back to our crossbody start position. Adjust the band as you need to, wrap it for extra grip control. Here we go for 10. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's trade to the other side. So actually the hand that I was just holding the band in is the side that I want to be holding. We just need to flip the band so that we're standing on it with the other foot. So it comes up our opposite side there. Okay, and then from here, wrapping if that's best for you, maybe adjusting that band so it's got a little bit more tension because our biceps are typically stronger than our shoulder muscles to get ready to do our bicep curl on this side. So here we go all the way up, all the way down, counting for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, take that shoulder down. Maybe give yourself a little bit more band as we do our side arm reach here. Elbow can be bent or straight for this lift off to the side. Here we go for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. And then we're trading hands to get our upright row on side number 2. So adjusting the tension on the band as you need. Soft knees for this one if you are standing. Crossbody to start. Elbow pulls off to the side to end the move. Here we go for 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I want to try using both biceps at once. This will be a little bit dependent on the length of your band and the tension of your band. If you find that it's tricky standing, either from a balance perspective or because of the band resistance, this would be a great time to sit down. So I'm going to stay standing for this one, but we'll talk our way through and decide which is best for you. So both feet are going to be under the band. So again, we need that little bit of extra balance to be able to get to this setup. Sit down if you need to get that set properly. Shoulders are set, and I need enough band that both of my hands can come up towards my shoulders in my bicep curl and back down again without this being too much resistance. So if you have a shorter or more resistant band, it gets a little bit tricky for this one. If you're seated, we have more band space to work with because, of course, we're closer to the ground when we're seated. So certainly that's an option. We're going to change our count for this exercise as well. We're still doing 10, but we're going to go up for 3 and down for 3 to slow down the move just a little bit. Okay, if you're standing, knees are softly bent, core muscles are engaged regardless of whether you're seated and standing. Here we go. So we're going to go up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. Keep going. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. We have one more exercise in this exact same setup as far as both feet under the band. So if you decided to sit down for the bicep curl that we just did, you'll stay seated for this next exercise as well. We're going to trade hands with the band. So you're holding on to the opposite side. You have a crisscross in front, down kind of at knee level. Shoulders are set. We're doing our upright row here, which we did just a few exercises ago, but this time with both arms at the same time. Knees stay softly bent. Elbows are going to lead to come up and back down again. All right, keep those core muscles engaged so that your low back doesn't try to work too hard. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Ease your way off that band. Make sure it doesn't snap at you as you step off the band. Shake out those shoulders. We just have one last exercise to do before we stretch it out, and that's a rotator cuff exercise. So we are going to hold on to where we were just standing on the band to do these, and we're going to do palm facing up for our rotator cuff exercise today. Soft knees, shoulders are set, elbows are glued at your side like they cannot leave. We don't need too much band in between our two hands. Of course, you have lots of option to adjust as you need to make sure that it's a comfortable exercise for you. So we're moving our arms out to the side and bringing them slowly back into center with control, not letting that band snap you back to your center point, working through our rotator cuffs here. So here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, we're all done with that band for today. You can set that down, shake it out, and maybe grab a drink of water. We're ready to do a few stretches together next. All right. Again, seated or standing, whatever is best for you. If you're standing, make sure your knees are softly bent. We're gonna take one hand and press it back behind us, and we're going to look the opposite direction. So we're getting a stretch through our front shoulder muscles and up through our neck here as well. Taking some nice even breaths in and out while you're here. Good, come on back through center. That same arm is going to get ready to help us with the next stretch. We're gonna take that arm and slice it across body and give it a hug to get a stretch through mainly our rhomboid, but a bit of our rear shoulder muscle here as well. And we're gonna look down towards our toes on that side that our hand is reaching towards. Great, come on back through center, unwind that. Let's do the same 2 stretches on the other side. So hand presses back, palm facing forward, shoulder stays low. You're gonna look away from that stretch. Take some nice, even inhale, exhale while you're here. And then come on back through center. Shoulder stays set, that arm sweeps across, hug it in, and then look down towards your toes on that same side. Great, gaze comes back through center, unwind that arm. Let's take one side and do one of 2 different things. So depending on your shoulder, we're gonna stretch out our tricep either by reaching up and over to press our elbow towards the ceiling, getting that stretch through our tricep, back of the upper arm. Or if this is an uncomfortable stretch for you, or maybe a stretch that it's hard to get to this position because of your shoulder mobility, you're going to come cross body for the stretch instead. Make sure that shoulder stays low. So either of these 2 stretches is an option for you. Pick the one that's best as we hang out here for a few moments. We're actually going to do a little bit of a neck stretch at the same time. So regardless, you're going to tip your ear away from the stretching arm. So regardless of whether you're here or cross body for the stretch, tipping your ear away. Good, head comes back through neutral. Bring that arm down and decide what feels best for you on side number 2. Elbow up or cross body, ear tips away. Good, you can unwind that arm. We have one last thing to do. We're gonna do 3 per side, where our big breath in starts down low and then sweeps up high. Big breath in for 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Down low, sweep up high. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any comments or there's anything you'd like to see in future videos, leave it down below.